This is a little bit weird because I'm on like the opposite side. It just made the most sense for you guys to be able to see everything. Made the most sense until I started dropping these. It's fine. We're learning, okay? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This week is going to be a little bit different. I'm starting a new series, Brews for Your Blues, where I just share home brewing tips and tricks that I've learned over the years. I want to cover literally like super budget friendly to like if you want to invest in your coffee equipment over this time, since we don't really know how long a lot of us will be working from home, and just little things, you know, something to learn along the way. Something I personally really miss about my job is having coffee with all my friends and my coworkers, or sharing coffee with a customer. And so I know that a lot of you guys drink coffee, and a lot of you are now brewing coffee at home, and maybe you either don't have the equipment that you typically use, or you're used to getting a cup of coffee from your local cafe and they may be closed right now, or you're ordering their beans, which is awesome to support small businesses right now, but you're like, gosh, this just doesn't taste the same. And of course, like, brewed with love, that's a huge part of why your cup tastes so good, but there are also a lot of variables that we can talk about that could be contributing to that cup being just almost what you want, but not quite. So come along with me as I brew a bunch of coffee, because, well, what else am I gonna do? Whoop! I want to keep. First tip, use filtered water. A regular old Brita filter will do just the trick. So, a purchase that I'm really glad that I made a few weeks before the world turned upside down is this guy. This is the handy dandy AeroPress, which is really good for traveling, which we're not doing right now. But it's really compact. Just fit in your bag. Our water is ready. This is a little bit weird because I'm on like the opposite side. It just made the most sense for you guys to be able to see everything. Made the most sense until I started dropping these. It's fine. We're learning, okay? Hey, let's use my friend's coffee. Started their own coffee roasting company in Iowa. I will link them as well, because let's support people, guys. Come on, let's have good coffee while we're at home. Shall we? We shall. We're gonna learn how to do it. For every 12-ounce cup of coffee, I use approximately 20 grams of coffee to 360 grams of water to reach like your typical diner size mug. Grind sizes. So for each one of these different brewing methods, they require a different grind setting. Main reasons for that is for how long the coffee is sitting with the water, or how long the extraction takes. For an AeroPress, it's about the same. I would argue that it is about the same grind as like a batch setting. You're better off that way than going too fine, which is like espresso. And the reason that espresso has to be such a fine, small grind is because the pressure is so intense. So the grinds help slow that down, but saturate the grinds completely. Whereas in like a French press, you're using the coarsest grind, where the coffee is sitting with the water for so long. What's called a full immersion brew method, where the water and the coffee is just sitting there together for a long time and then is filtered through. Whereas in your espresso, it's all happening at once. And the AeroPress is similar in that it's all happening at once, but the pressure is so much less than in an espresso machine. So it falls somewhere in the middle, basically, is what I'm saying. Okay, something that I need to explain very quickly is that in brewing methods, there are kind of like 3 categories. You have full immersion, which is things like a French press or cold brew, or in coffee cuppings when we're like tasting the coffee. And so in the full immersions, it's just the coffee and the water is just sitting there for a while, and then you filter. Then you have something that's called like gravity brewing, where gravity's doing a lot of the work. So that would be something like a Chemex or a V60, or even in drip, just like big brewers, when you go and you're like, yeah, can I just like get a cup of coffee? Those are typically gravity brewing methods. And then you have pressurized brewing methods, which is things like espresso. And then the AirPress, funny enough, kind of falls into all 3 of these methods, and so that's why I decided to start with this one. And also I've been using it every single day, which I've kind of gotten into a rut of. So I'm excited to like finally do all these other brewing methods with these videos. So yeah, I hope that helps break down kind of like what's happening and just like get an idea of that. Makes this terrible noise. That's when you know it's over. That means the burrs are literally spinning and there's nothing there. What we're doing is just rinsing that paper filter. And what this does is it rinses the paper of any paper taste. You get all that out of the way before the coffee and the water meet. Which is my favorite part. Alright. So yeah, I know that that was a ton of information, and I will do my best to like really condense everything. So I appreciate you being interested and watching, and your patience and understanding as we figure out this new thing together. Pretty cool. So I hope you learned a thing or two, and please hit me up with literally any question that crosses your mind. And yeah, can't wait to see you guys next week.